Hoppy Easter Egg Stravaganza. Hey guys, Rockhounding Passion here. I am back with an excellent video for you today. That's right, today's video is all about eggs. Rock eggs, that is. What's springtime and Easter time without some egg-shaped rocks and minerals? All of these are going to be either naturally shaped egg rocks, like this guy, or polished ones. But we're going to work our way all the way up to the ultimate egg. Up first, we have an agate egg. I found this one at the local grocery store. Yes, I just love it when you find an agate at a grocery store. Like, who knew? There. It's got some beautiful banding in there. Super cool. This one, the second one here, is one of the very first, if not the first, close to the top, agate that I found, and I did not even know it was an agate when I found it. See that detail in there? Isn't that awesome? This one's got some really neat metallic inclusions, some type of metal mineral. And I'm going to get a macro shot up close and share it with you guys because it's really cool and it's pretty small, like right in here. Doubt it's going to come across on the camera. Alright, keep going on the top shelf here. This is a little egg-shaped geode that I'd gotten from a friend of mine up north. I believe she's in the Pennsylvania area. It's got some really cool calcite going on in there. What I really love about this geode, even though it doesn't have, you know, the dramatic crystals and the pocket opening, is the color. Look at this. It's this beautiful peach color. And you can see the orange calcite down in there now. This was actually the very first geode and the very first one that I cut. Not a minute more. This thing took about 20 minutes, 30 minutes to cut. You can see how solid it is. It was a tough one. Isn't that beautiful? Up next, this perfectly egg-shaped agate here. Beautiful piece of agatized wood. Those beautiful bands in there. Little agate pockets everywhere. You can see on the exterior here very well, actually. Beautiful banding and some wood grain coming through. I love this smoky blue-gray color. So you can see, look at that, how translucent it is. Now you can really see the wood grain in there. Isn't that beautiful? Absolutely love wood. Ah, my favorite. Up next, I grabbed this one because it's an egg shape. But I think it might actually be... Whoa! Fallen artifact. I think it might actually be an artifact. You can see the size. Locks in very nicely. You can see that indentation on the bottom like it could have been a pounding rock. Not saying that's what it is. I'm just saying it looks very similar to that. and it is perfectly egg-shaped. I need to investigate it more, but I don't want to mess up the integrity of the rock if it is an artifact, because it's super duper duper heavy. Like possibly some mineralization going on inside. The outside is super weathered. It looks like a sandstone, like feels like it, but I have a sneaky suspicion that's not what it is. Okay. Not sure what you would categorize it as. I think it might be along the lines of septarian nodule, or just a vein through mudstone. Not quite sure. If that's a mudstone, you can see it took a really good polish, so that means it's highly solidified. We'll just say super solidified sedimentary rock. How's that? This egg-shaped one here, I have an idea what it may be, but I'm not sure. So maybe you guys can help me. I thought it was a chert nodule. It's too soft. What it looks like is, you know, before chert, before it's completely been certified. I don't know how you would say that properly. I'm sure there's a proper term for it. Look at this pattern in here. It looks like, you know, a silt or a mudstone that has started to change. Right in the middle here, if I can get it to come up. I thought maybe it would show if it was blurry, but I guess not. In the very middle, there's a mineral vein that looks like pyrite, some type of metallic mineral. Well, I was hoping the sun would show up for you guys. You see the exterior here why I picked it up. I was like, what? No way, an agate nodule that big? Got all excited. Another perfect little egg shape. What's really cool about this one is not only the stone and the material, but to imagine. This was a gift from a really good friend of mine. She lives here in the next state over in Oklahoma. So I absolutely love this one. This guy, I couldn't find the end cuts to it. I don't know what I did with them. It's really strange to have just this part and not the end cut, but that. Isn't that beautiful? I'm not sure if it's a chert replacement wood or what quite exactly it is, because it looks very wood-like to me. There we go. There's the natural color. I got a reflection coming off of something up here making this red. It looks like it almost was a nut. That's what it reminds me of. This guy here I picked up. I thought it might have been a shale, but I'm thinking it's more of a extremely weathered tool, because it's just so perfectly shaped. You see that? Can't be 100% positive, but it's definitely an egg shape. This piece is a matrix piece that I found naturally this shape. You see, it looks like an egg, and I believe it to be calcite, quartz, and maybe some barite in there. There's definitely a lot of calcite, and there is some areas that are clear and they're too hard to be calcite, so I'm assuming quartz. And then I've got some white blade-like structure that could be calcite, but I don't know, I'm leaning more towards barite with it. I don't see any on this particular piece. But the others have it on them. But I thought this one was pretty cool, being naturally shaped like that. This piece I've been working on, and it was originally naturally creek tumbled like this. And I'm not sure if that's a piece of wood or a fossil. I was leaning towards fossil, but the bottom seemed to be a little wood-like with the bands in it. But I think it is super cool, and I've been slowly, lightly sanding it just to, you know, bring it up to the next stage so I can polish it, because I don't want to take the shape away. I don't want to lose any more of that detail that's there. I just want to bring it to a polish, so it's been turning out perfectly egg-shaped. I know I'm not the only person that collects egg-shaped rocks and minerals. I know y'all got some eggs. Beautiful piece of brown chert. This one again also looks like could be a wood candidate. I haven't examined it closely yet. I just found it recently and I thought it was beautiful and I picked it up, and it was this shape naturally from the creek, and I did just started to sand it here and I'm gonna bring it to a polish. Perfect little egg. These guys I'll just touch on real quickly. Some of them are agates, some are jasper, some are wood, some are agatized wood. This one was naturally creek tumbled. Always super cool when they have a natural tumble to them like that. White quartz, I believe. That beautiful piece of jasper, perfectly egg-shaped. The perfect little jasper egg. This one is a beautiful agate that is egg-shaped. You can see how translucent that one is. It's got some beautiful banding on this side. Is an agatized piece of wood. Let's see if I can hold it there. Might be able to see the grain in that. Again, beautiful, perfect little egg. I just love little mini things like this. Anything miniature, absolutely love it. It's a piece of chert. This one is a piece of wood. Oh, come back here. It's super dark brown. I don't know if you guys will be able to see it. It looks like a piece of candy or a chocolate. This one, I almost thought it was an agate, but it's a piece of chert. Well, it does have some bands there. Is it a banded chert? This one is not as translucent, it's a little thicker. Beautiful, perfect little egg. Look at those bands running through there this way. And it's also got some awesome red coming in on this side. Hey, that looks like it could be a piece of wood almost. I'll have to look at that one closer too. A lot of these I haven't seen in a long time. Beautiful agatized piece of wood. Well, I say agatized, it might not be. And look at this little guy. Imagine how that would glow in the dark. It's a perfect little egg. So cute, this one. Another piece of wood. Some of these like this that are highly polished, the ones that have the noticeable, really super high polish like this, came from Mr. Will. And this one is another piece of wood. You can just barely see the wood grain in there. This is another one that I found naturally, creek tumbled. Perfect little egg shape to it. I mean, it's a little wompy, but still egg shape. Beautiful piece of jasper. How waxy that is. It's another little creek tumbled guy. This white color seems to tumble very well in the creek for some reason. Maybe it's just been around so long that it tumbles well in the water. I don't know if that's chert or agate. Let's see. I don't know. It's a hard call. Could be chert. It could be partially agatized in there. Very translucent. Yeah, I'm gonna say agate. Looks like there might be some little bands in there. Oh, slippery little bugger. Alright. Moment you've all been waiting for. Are you guys ready? The ultimate egg. Anybody know what type of egg that is? Here's a hint. Here's one more clue. You're right. It's a thunder egg. Isn't that beautiful? I just love these things. Look at that ocean of blue. Oh man, it just looks like a topographical map of the beach with your sand over here on the beach and this being the sandbar that comes up out of the depths of the water. Look at that. Man. Makes me want to go swimming. Just need a couple palm trees over here. Oh yeah, and a Mai Tai. Absolutely love this thunder egg. It's the only one that I have in my collection, and I pulled this from my personal collection to share with everybody. This was a gift from a dear friend of mine here in Oklahoma. She gave me this for my birthday last year. And I'm terrified to cut it. It was cut once, and you can see it needs to be taken down right there. So I think I might just take that off and sand it, because I don't want to mess it up. It is too pretty. And that is our ultimate egg. I hope everybody has a wonderful Easter weekend, and thanks for watching. Have a great day.